I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much?
It's week 13 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fields it right around the goal line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led out by someone who needs no introduction to these Lions. Their quarterback for 12 seasons and the franchise's most prolific passer with over 45,000 yards and nearly 300 touchdowns. It's Matthew Stafford. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The numbers a week ago for Kupp, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think it'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
Finding space at the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Kyren Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the 50, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost some good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They run it again with Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kyren Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes this a 9-point game. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
After 1, it's 9-0. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Archer. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Archer off the play fake. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. Robinson's got it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
touchdown, Rams! Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out now come the Lions. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Stafford. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point up and good by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now another one thrown incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. They're going to try and throw. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Ball start, offense.
Jedrick Wills, former 1st-round pick, guilty there.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Back to throw again. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked up by... And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
So past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the 1st half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the 2nd half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Archer. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Hockenson crossing the middle and bringing it in.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Archer. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable 1st half that's carried over with an interception to begin the 2nd half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Play action. Stafford. He'll get this one to come complete. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Up the middle, it's Williams. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to work. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 15. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First down 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Rams add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. It's been a tough go for them, but it's still without any points here in the 4th quarter.
and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Archer. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Archer. Going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Swift. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions... football as we welcome you back. 2nd down and 4. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And it was the Niners who were able to come away with a victory there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Operating from the gun, Archer. And that would be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They go play action here on first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game. It just can't get off the ground, and that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what?
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world